Hey, everybody, John Granado from the bench. Mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5, and that's AJ Hoffman. He's on the Blitz. That's afternoons on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so that you can get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. AJ, the optics around Deshaun, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You surprised at how one-sided this PR battle? It appears that Tony Buzbee, with his the way he started, and it's all about Tony Buzbee and everything else. The job that he's doing right now, holy crap! It is knockout. He is knocking Deshaun out right now.
Everyone seems surprised by that, but I mean, Tony Buzbee, his reputation is being kind of slimy, but his reputation is also of winning. I mean, he's good at what he does. I'm not really surprised, and the truth of it is, I think Tony Buzbee's Deshaun has given him so many bullets that there's really, he's at an indefensible point right now. I'm sure Rusty Hardin would like to come back and say, well, what about this? But the problem is there's nothing good to come back with because it's looking more and more like this is actually what happened. And their biggest move was saying, well, there's 18 women who had a perfectly fine time with Deshaun, and they weren't harassed at all. That didn't help. No. So really, given what they had to work with, Tony Buzbee's job is a lot easier than Rusty Hardin's is this time.
Well, and the woman who came forward, Jazz, who came forward and said, oh, no, I've done multiple 40 with him. And then behind the scenes, she's DMing about how she knows Deshaun the stuff that's going on with Deshaun. That is a bad look. But again, I think that Rusty's getting blindsided here and blindsided there, blindsided all the time because Deshaun was just so out of control. And I don't even think Deshaun knows what the heck, how many there were, and he doesn't even remember. And we see the text from Deshaun going, trying to get that same masseuse to do it again. And she was like, don't you remember, Deshaun? I told you no before. What is going on here? So I think, I think Rusty took on a case that maybe not even Rusty Hardin can look good here. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, and part of it is, I don't know if Deshaun is being honest with Rusty, and obviously Deshaun is still maintaining complete innocence in the public eye. I don't know what he's telling Rusty, but you're right. It does feel like Rusty's kind of blindsided every time more stuff comes out. He's like, well, I thought this wasn't. I thought this was it, and then that something else happened. So it's an uphill battle right now for Rusty Hardin and Deshaun.
Well, and when Buzbee first came out and he was looking like a clown, talking about his mom and the school bus and driving and all of this stuff, it was like, oh, come on, Buzbee, But it was actually just an advertisement for him trying to get these women to come forward. Yep. And he actually did a great job there with all of them that came forward. And I talked to a civil trial lawyer who said, he is doing an excellent job. And what's the difference if in the court of public opinion? He goes, well, when you come to settle, because this is such an avalanche and so one-sided and such a beatdown that Deshaun might have to go, you know what, I can't take this anymore. I got to settle. So he's going to get his clients. This civil trial lawyer says Buzbee is doing an excellent job. So that's a bit of a surprise. When Rusty Hardin was hired, I thought, uh-oh. Rusty's on this side now. This is going to be a good fight. It ain't a good fight. This is a beatdown.
When you've got women in blazers crying on television, oh, you're in trouble. That is a tough card to beat. Once that card came out, I was like, oh, what are they going to do now? There's nothing you can do. There's women on TV in blazers with tears talking about being assaulted sexually. It's hard to come back from. Rusty Hardin is in trouble, my man.
Well, and I know. Until then, we didn't see Nike or any of his sponsors come forward. As soon as they put a face to it and tears to it, it was over. They all said, sorry, we're out of this. It's not paper anymore. Now it's human beings that we're saying, you are done. And the NFL is next. The NFL is going to put him on the exempt list in no time.
Certainly.
They can't sit there anymore with their sitting on their hands anymore. The NFL is going to have to act and act quickly.
And I think when the NFL suspended Zeke Elliott last year for 6 games, and really there was no evidence to it. It ended up being a false accusation. I think Deshaun is just going to get hammered. I think that because there's no one to appeal to. Like Roger Goodell's going to make a decision. He's going to punish him. And then the option is appealing to Roger Goodell. So you know how that's going to work out. I don't think Deshaun Watson plays football this year. I think it's gotten to that point. I used to think, okay, it'll probably be 6 games like Zeke got. With so many people coming out, I think at this point it's going to be either a year-long or an indefinite suspension until this becomes more clear.